Welcome back, guys. It's Barca Buzz here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry, guys, I was not able to upload. I was very busy. But let's react to the game against Betis. It was a good game. I think we controlled the game very well. I think Barca played a very good, dominant game, but we were not just able to be productive in the final third. I think the fatigue is beginning to show in these players, and it's a concern. But at the same time, let's look at the bright side. We got the 1 point. Real Madrid lost their game against Valencia, which was a shocker. We got the 1 point, and we need to look at the bright side of things. We cannot just sit down and look at the side where we didn't get that 2 points, the remaining 2 points. But you have to look at the bright side. These players are not robots. The schedule is much. Playing 4 games in the space of how many days is not easy. These players have done their best, and they are trying to do everything it takes to keep playing at the highest level. And they are doing well. You have to give them their flowers. And I wanted to talk about Pablo Gavi in the game. He was amazing. He was everywhere in the field. He got the man of the match. Was an amazing player. Dominated, played well, got his goal, was in the right position. Good assist from Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres played a good game too. I thought Ferran Torres should have stayed on. I think Robert Lewandowski was not present enough in that game, productive enough in that game. I think Ferran Torres was active more than Robert Lewandowski. I felt like Ferran should have stayed on. He was showing much more awareness in front of goal than Robert Lewandowski. There was a chance that he had to, put the ball in the net, but it just went just a little bit wide. But Pablo Gavi had an amazing game. He was everywhere in the field. He came out after that game and said, we have to be positive. In the end, we got the extra point and they got nothing. So yes, we have to be positive as a Barcelona fan and as a Barcelona player. You have to be positive. You have to keep going. The season is long, and I know that there are a few games to go, but the season is long. You have to keep working hard. Every game is important, and every point counts. I know that some people will say, might not agree with me. They will say, oh no, we should have won that game. That was a chance to capitalize. Yes, it's true, but at the same time, you need to look at the bright side. We got the 1 point. We extended our lead in the table to 4 points now, and Real Madrid lost their game, so you have to look at the bright side of things and be positive and keep going. It's not the end of the world. We're still on top of the table, and we are still in the driving seat to win the league. So I wanted to talk about Raphinha. There was a video circulating. There's a video circulating online about Raphinha. I was not really happy with his attitude after that game. I was quite scared because I didn't know what was happening. So Flick came out in the press conference and they asked him a question. So as Flick said, something about, who was Raphinha shouting at, and as Flick, the manager, said that no, Raphinha was not, shouting at the referee, because the media thought he was shouting at the referee, which I think he was. In that video you could clearly see he was talking to the referee, but as Flick came out and defended his players and said no, he was shouting at him. So I like that from Hansi Flick. I don't think Raphinha should be doing that. I think that Argentina and Brazil game is still, getting at him a little bit. He was quite frustrated with the draw, but Hansi Flick, trying to calm. Hansi Flick came out and said, he made sure to calm down the Barcelona players after that game. So you have to give Flick his flowers. He's really, leading as a leader in this, this Barcelona side. Not just as a coach, but a mentor. Trying to guide these players to make them understand that it's not the end of the world. I understand it's a frustrating result, but at the same time, you need to keep pushing. Need to keep marching on. You need to keep looking at the bright side of things, right? And be positive, so it doesn't affect your other games. We're playing Borussia Dortmund on Wednesday, and we need to be mentally, physically ready for that game. We need to be ready to bring our A game to Borussia Dortmund, because yes, Borussia Dortmund, it's not an easy side. We shouldn't just say, oh yes, it's Borussia Dortmund, we're going to get an easy W. No, we need to play and work hard to win that game, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a test, but at the same time, we need to play as a team to win that game. Overall, what Flick has done to this our side is very amazing. There's this news coming out in the media saying that Dani Olmo is expected to be ready for the second leg, not the first leg, but the second leg of the Borussia Dortmund game. Hopefully he's back. I'm not so happy with the way he's always off and on, off and on, off and on. You know, it's a player we spent 60 million on. Not too happy with what we are getting from him, but at the same time, he's a very key player to this squad. And I hope we can just find a way, to keep him fit. But it's good news to see that he's going to be, potentially back for that second leg, and hopefully he plays that second leg. And then, this, anyone that is being worried about, Raphinha, whether he's going to be sanctioned, the media says that Gil Monzano, the referee of that game, did not file anything about Raphinha in his report after the game, so he's not going to be fined or sanctioned for anything. So Raphinha is free. He's not going to be fined. He's not going to miss any game because he's a key player to this team, and we need him, and we need everything he brings to the game. Now, I wanted to say one thing about Raphinha. Raphinha needs to understand that it's normal to draw or lose sometimes. You understand? Barcelona has been playing well at a high level. You have to give them their flowers. They are doing very, very, very well. As a Barcelona fan, I believe that sometimes it will not always go according to the way you want it to go, but you gave your best, right? So I want Raphinha to calm down, because these are important games, and we need every single player we can get in every single game. You don't want your best player to be out, due to the reaction he gave because of the game didn't go the way he wanted it to go. So you need your best players in these moments. Raphinha needs to know that he has built something in Barcelona. Just last season we were talking about selling Raphinha, and it will not be good. It will not be a good thing to see that Barcelona fans turned on him because of the fact that he cannot compose himself. He's beginning to start misbehaving. Anyhow, he has built something at Barcelona. I just hope and pray that everything goes well for us, you understand, and at the same time he stops behaving the way he's behaving. He has been up and down. I think that international break is still affecting him in a way, but we need the Raphinha we all know, that little Raphinha, that when he gets into the box he can score goals. He's always a threat going forward. We need that Raphinha back. We need our captain Raphinha back. We can't keep going this way, always fighting the referee, always wanting to look for trouble. No, we can't go down that route. And if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he has to show sportsmanship. He can't be attacking everybody every single time. He has to really check himself and understand that, I need to really be careful at this moment of the season. Every game is important and we need our best players available. So that's what I wanted to say, guys. And we have to prepare for Borussia Dortmund and prepare for Borussia Dortmund. We're going to be playing that game on Wednesday by 8 p.m. And I'm very, very confident that we are going to beat Borussia Dortmund. And I'm very, very confident in the boys. We played a good game against Betis. I think the only problem was just in the final third. If we can get our final third right, we should be good for sure. The boys played well. They had possession of the ball, but the only problem we had was the fact that we were not productive in the final third, and that's what we need to work on. You understand? I understand that it could be fatigue because you could clearly see that those players were tired. You understand? So we need to prepare for that game against Borussia Dortmund, and we need to watch ourselves because these are the most important parts of the season where we all need to lock in. Players need to lock in. Every single person needs to lock in. But thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll be making a match preview of Borussia Dortmund against Barcelona. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. It's your boy Barca Buzz, and I'm out. Peace.